What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled My 420 Observations. So in Vegas, 420 happened yesterday. And my observations are interesting because my dad is a heavy weed smoker. I've been around that all my life, like smokers and all that, people who did drugs, alcoholics, all that stuff. But here's the thing. I don't, 420 shows me something about people. First and foremost, a lot of you people who are just heavy smokers aren't healthy. The vast majority of these people that was at the 420 thing was like, and it was like an event across the street from the hotel. So this is how I saw this. The vast majority of these people are unhealthy, out of shape, overweight, and they just potheads. They stoners. Look like they have, I'm not gonna say bad hygiene, bad presentation of themselves. Like, I think it showed me that people actually getting so high that they're not looking in the mirror, and when you worry about getting high amongst all other things, like you celebrating weed on Easter, and it looks bad. It just looked bad to me. The dispensary was like, line was around a block. And that's an event. To me, that's a crackhead. When you you celebrate a holiday of getting high. And I think people view it a little in a bad light. The same way people view cigarettes and drinking and beauty products. Like, I was chilling with a homegirl a couple weeks back. I was at a house and we was watching this commercial, and it had this lady with this beauty product, and she was putting it on her face because it makes her look younger. And I was laughing, and I was like, that's a model. These fools actually think they're going to look like a model if they put that on their face. Really? They really think that's what's going to happen? Because, it's not an average person. Average people don't look like models. And I say that to say this. A lot of these smokers seem like they look at themselves in high eyes or celebrity eyes. Like, you don't look like Bob Marley. You don't look like Snoop is skinnier than a mug. You don't look healthy. You don't look like you take care of yourself. You don't look like you eat right. You don't look like you drink water. You just, your jeans need lotion because they ashy. And I saw that a lot. But you smoke. Don't look like you handle your actual day-to-day responsibilities in life because of how you present yourself out in the public, because it looks like it's very wasteful. And that's what I mean by they look like crackheads, because crackheads don't care about their presentation. They just care about their high. And I saw a lot of people who didn't care about how they looked when they got up in the morning, but they cared about being around other potheads. No. And I'm like, okay, this not a good look. And what it says is, what happens when you make a vice and a primary part of your life. Because I'm not going to ask how much money was spent in the last decade or half a decade on getting high, because I could tell. Been around too many smokers. I'm gonna tell you the difference between smokers and class. People who are in the lower class stay broke because they get high, because that's their way of dealing with stress instead of actually biting down and fixing their life and putting it in order and structuring it a certain way, they just get high. And they stay broke because they never fix anything. They just get high. People in the middle class, they'll handle their responsibilities and then get high. But, it's detrimental, but they know how to cut it on and cut it off better than people in the lower class. People who are in the upper class, it's a, how can I say, celebratory type thing. Their life is in order, so they if you see them smoking a lot, they have more free time than you because their life is in order. So so everything is moving like clockwork. So they may have an extra hour or two in a day to actually get high, like a poor person does, but they don't have to worry about their bills. But it's celebratory. It's not for stress purposes. I'm chilling. But all of their life business is handled, and I didn't see those type of people out there. The vast majority of the people I saw were people who basically seem like they just get high all the time to pass time. And, I'm like tripping, and people going in stores and in restaurants bragging about getting high. As if the people in the stores and restaurants and perfect strangers, like you're having this conversation as if getting high is like the greatest thing ever. Like all of the nuances and intricacies of getting high are really great conversational pieces for people who don't get high. It makes you look stupid, but that's how people get down. That's really how people get down. And it made me laugh because I'm looking at it like, yo, this is why your life not going nowhere. And I mean, it's an addiction. And people don't act like, weed is not an addiction. When you fly from your home and you plan a vacation to go to a rally about getting high, and that's on your calendar and that's what you spend your money on, that's an addiction. To celebrate getting high. Let me go get around all the other, and it's like, I look at it no different than I look at crackheads, period. But it's different, not in practice. The drug is different, but the practice of how you go about it is not. The other thing that was very interesting to me was the lack of hygiene. Like people didn't comb their hair, brush their beards, iron their clothes. Like it was just a lot of people who were aloof with how they presented themselves in public, and I'm like, you can't be getting that high that you never looked in the mirror. Like, like you never took a moment to say, maybe I need a lining. Maybe I need to brush this stuff. Maybe I need to, comb this stuff. Maybe I shouldn't be wearing a dirty shirt fresh out of the hotel room. You get what I'm saying? But maybe I should look like I actually showered and shaved today. That was disappointing because the thing was all adults. So we talking about a gang of adults who dressing like fifth graders that their parents got to turn them around and put good clothes on them so they can go to school without looking stupid. And I'm like, this is why I said a lot of these people you could tell weren't in the middle or upper class, because like getting high was such a priority. They just put on yesterday's clothes. So I I don't understand it. I'm never gonna understand it per se. So like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.